Many of you have been asking why the AFRINIC election has not yet started. For so long, AFRINIC has been in a status of a lack of quorum. This means that AFRINIC is not legally allowed to make decisions. Indeed, without a board or CEO, they are unable to spend money or take any decision. This delay is creating doubts as to what really is happening behind closed doors in AFRINIC. NRS is campaigning to ensure that the election can happen as soon as possible for the sake of AFRINIC and internet development in Africa. It is bewildering why an election has not yet taken place to bring AFRINIC back to its normal operation. But what most people aren't aware of is that AFRINIC has been provided with multiple opportunities to hold an election. So why the delay? Is it because some people in AFRINIC are so hungry for power that they would rather hold on to it illegally? Are they unfairly using their position to reject a much-needed election? The actions of AFRINIC's ex-management have been suspicious. Let's recall the events. 1. An application has been filed on behalf of one of the members of AFRINIC to the Mauritius court requesting for a lawful election under the Company Act in May 2022. NRS has obtained a motion paper from the Supreme Court of Mauritius. Despite the effort, AFRINIC's ex-management rejected all possibilities for an amicable solution, including a mediation attempt. Thus, the application is still pending before the court. AFRINIC's ex-management rejected a peaceful and democratic solution to their chaos. 2. Instead of attempting to resolve the situation by holding elections, AFRINIC's ex-management attempted to submit an application for the appointment of directors. The only legitimate and democratic way to appoint directors is via an election. The courts in Mauritius have offered a way for this to happen without the need for directors. The ex-management even attempted to pass written resolutions despite the absence of a quorumed board. Well, this was stopped by a court injunction. What is clear here is that AFRINIC's ex-management are trying their very best to avoid an election. Are they fighting to keep the wrong people in power for as long as possible? The application to appoint directors as if they were elected and have a mandate by the current chair of AFRINIC, Benjamin Eshun, has been refused by the court. The judges even asked AFRINIC's ex-management to look for better solutions that involve its members instead of engaging with potentially unlawful means such as filing an illegal application. But it seems these power-hungry leaders now recognize that the community no longer wants them without a new election mandate, and they seem to be doing everything to avoid members' rights to be exercised in a lawful election. NRS believes an election is needed as soon as possible for the sake of AFRINIC and internet stability all around the world. For full transparency, we have attached the unlawful written resolution attempted by the remaining board members, including the chair, Benjamin, and the motion paper of members' application to request election since May 2022 in our blog post, in which you can find a link in the description section of this video. You are important in making this election happen. Your voice can make the difference that Africa needs now. We urge our members to take action by spreading the message of the importance of an urgent, lawful election and have every member's voice heard. NRS is fighting for Africa's internet to be democratic and free from corrupt and authoritarian leaders to serve the continent's future development, and we need your support to win this fight for democracy.